Well, darling, that local voiceover work is a myth. If you're not in Hollywood or New York, you may as well just quit now.
Yeah, that's what they told me, and 25 years ago, when they told me that, it was true. And it nearly sidelined my career before it really began. But here's the present-day reality. Nearly everything you think about local work is dead wrong, and if you buy into these myths, you're signing up for a life of lowball side gigs, burnout, ultimately, and a life of what-ifs. So let's destroy these 5 myths, because local VO work and full-time VO work is possible, and let's help you learn what actually moves the needle. Myth number 1. There's no work where I live. I honestly lost count the number of times that people told me, outside of LA or New York, maybe Chicago, that there's just no voiceover work. Like cities everywhere else are creative wastelands, bereft of production houses and agencies and startups looking for a voice for their next project. Let me be as clear as the heels on your local stripper. This ain't 1998, and every single market has needs. From radio to e-learning, real estate to healthcare. Local businesses, almost without exception, use voiceover. I dare you, drive past 10 billboards or peruse your local news site. How many audio ads or explainer videos would you guess came right out of your own backyard? When I was getting started in VO, I decided one day to stop listening to the doubters and start delving into local directories, production company websites, and searches like creative director and marketing manager near me. What I found was a ton of business owners and nonprofits and agencies who were intimidated by working with the quote-unquote big city union elite voice actors and wanted to work with somebody local. Here are 3 action steps that work. Build a simple list. Start with Google. Start with a search like production companies near me. Advertising agencies in your city. Training video production, your state. Number 2, get out of your booth. Go to a local Chamber of Commerce mixer or some industry event. Most folks at these events are just friggin' thrilled to meet somebody that's not an insurance salesperson. And 3rd, dare to cross that physical-digital line. Offer somebody a free audition to a local business with no pressure. Hey, let me record your next 15-second Facebook promos so you can hear the difference. Myth number 2, local clients don't pay. The second myth is that local is just code for cheap. I get it. It's a classic fear, and to be honest, nobody signs up to get lowballed at $25 for a 3-minute explainer video. But here's what the part-timers and hobbyists and even some full-timers miss about this issue. It's not a local versus not local issue. It's a relationship and positioning issue. What you charge is a conversation, right? It's a negotiation. It's not a lottery ticket. When I started out, I quoted rates I pulled completely out of my ass, thinking, well, I don't know any better, that must be the market. And the responses I got ranged from polite confusion to dead cold silence. And it wasn't until I started presenting myself as a professional, using GVAA standard North American rates, showing them real ROI for clean audio and a grounded read, and treating every single interaction like a business partnership, that things started to change. And I remember one day I booked a $400 radio spot and an $800 training module for a city department on the same day. And at that point, that was real progress. Your action steps that work. First, use industry standard rates. Either the GVAA rate guide for non-union talent, I'll put the link in the description, or if you're union, SAG after scale. Second, pitch value, not just voice. Show them a case study that shows that well-produced, grounded reads increase engagement or retention or whatever the client goal happens to be. And third, and please tattoo this on the inside of your eyelids, say no nicely to bottom feeders. Hey, look, I completely understand budgets and constraints. I do, but the read that your brand, and frankly my brand, deserves is going to cost you XYZ. Myth number 3. It's awkward to reach out. This one is so common, so it borders on cliche, to be quite honest with you. I don't want to bother people. I'm not the sales type. Enter the anxiety, the procrastination, the self-doubt. Meanwhile, potential clients with real needs are hiring somebody else, often outside your own home market. They showed the fuck up. The truth is, most businesses are starving for creative partners. They're sick of flaky freelancers, frickin' impersonal services, or endlessly waiting on recommendations. When I reached out to people genuinely, honestly, professionally, doors open that no online casting site could touch. If you ignore local businesses, you are the stranger. But if you introduce yourself with maybe a little bit of research and a dash of authenticity, they're usually quite grateful. I've had cold emails turn into warm leads and then clients just because I opened with something like, "Hey, I heard you launched a podcast. I'd love to help you craft a custom intro that really stands out and grabs attention." Here are your action steps. First, research before you reach out. You're only going to be doing a few of these a day or a week, so know their industry, refer to a recent project, or compliment their last campaign. Number 2, stay human, whether that's in direct messages or otherwise. "Hey, I'm local here to Richmond, and I specialize in helping retail businesses get their message heard." And number 3, practice a 20-second elevator pitch of "here's who I help" until it becomes second nature. Myth number 4, well, they already have someone. It's the safest, easiest thing in the world to assume that every business already has their go-to voice. Maybe they do. But if you've ever worked at an agency, like I have, you know the score. Projects change. People leave. Tastes evolve. Their favorite might be swamped or sick or on vacation or isn't available for that specific kind of work. I've been hired months and in a few cases years after the first touch, all because the original voice artist just moved on, or the ad campaign just needed a fresh voice, or the client just wanted to hear different options. This isn't personal, guys. It's just business. Persistence without being a pain in the ass pays dividends. Action steps. Number 1, position yourself as an option, not as a threat. "Hey, if your usual guy is backed up, I'd love to be a backup." Number 2, stay present, but do not pester. Send value-driven follow-ups. "Hey, I saw this article. I thought it was relevant for you for these 3 reasons." Do that a few times a year. And third, here's an idea. Deliver a sample. "Here's what your next explainer video might sound like," and send them a sample audition. Myth number 5, "I'm too new," they say. And maybe this one hits the hardest, right? It's like the invisible wall. Don't have enough credits. Too new to the industry. No big name clients. I'm an amateur in a field of pros. Sound familiar? And yeah. At one point, I was there, man. I was faking my way through calls and trying to prop up my credits any way I could, and thinking to myself, well, even if I got shortlisted, well, that's a fluke. But local businesses care far more about a great read than they do your resume or your IMDb. I worked with brand new actors who booked major clients just by showing up with the chops, i.e. they trained up, a confident read, a willingness to accommodate, delivering on time, and bringing a genuine energy to the project. Action steps. Offer them a starter promo. Maybe that's a slight discount. Maybe it's an unlimited revision exception. Now you've got fodder for testimonials and case studies. Remember, your job is not to prove how experienced you are. Your job is to prove how valuable you are to your client and to that project. Now here's a quick 5-point plan on what actually works. First, local market research VO style. Do not just plan generic one-to-many emails. Take a day and map the local ecosystem in your market. Use LinkedIn, Google, Facebook groups, whatever resources you have available to find production houses, content studios, agencies, video marketers, and business networking events. Make a spreadsheet, or better yet, a CRM. Make notes on who seems active in the market, what kind of clients that they work with, and of those, what seem to fit your style. Number 2, and I'm going to beat this drum until I have no breath left, Direct marketing for voice actors. Most part-timers, and in fact, most voice actors, avoid it because it's hard, and if you do it, you will stand out just from the sheer number, just by showing up with helpful intent. Now, the trick here is not to send blasts, those one-to-many garbage posts, but one-to-one personalized emails. Mention something specific about their work and send them even a 30-second custom audition in your studio with your pristine audio and your grounded read. Guys, it's not spam if it's relevant. Number 3, voiceover business coaching. Shortcut your learning curve, especially on the business side of the business, with coaching and training. I myself learned more in 3 months with a business coach, and yes, business coaches have business coaches, than I learned in practically a whole year of YouTube binging. Courses and a business community can open up a raft of new client acquisition strategies, marketing strategies, especially for overlooked niches, some of which can be damn lucrative, like e-learning and healthcare, legal and corporate work. Number 4, modernize your marketing strategies, and there is no sleaze required. Use what works for you, but my God, just start somewhere. Update your LinkedIn profile and make it client-facing. And please replace for all that is holy the phrase aspiring VO with anything way less pandering. Something like partnering with, and if you want to throw your city in, fine, brands to make memorable audio. Offer to teach a mini workshop on voice for video at your local co-working space or business incubator or community college. Number 5, always follow up and do it like a pro. I had this conversation just yesterday. No one owes you a reply. You have to earn the conversation. And you do that by following up like a pro. Following up from last week, happy to provide a sample if you're still looking for voice options. That can double your response rate from cold outreach. Track who you contacted, when, and what their reply was. If a lead goes cold for 3 months, reach out again and provide value and relevance. You aren't stuck because of the market, because of rates, because of your own nerves, because of even your own experience level. You're most likely stuck because you believe these old myths. Change your beliefs. Act on better information and see just how quickly you'll see results that blow past your old limitations. Quick recap. Point number 1, there is work where you live. Look beyond the surface. Local clients will pay fairly, but only when you position yourself as a pro, not an amateur or a hobbyist. Reaching out when done right is not awkward. It is the path to professional partnership. Just because they have someone now doesn't mean they won't need you, and oftentimes soon. And being new only matters if you let it. Clients don't hire resumes. They're not going to ask you where and with whom you trained. They want reliability. If you're tired of sitting on the sidelines, chasing those lowball gigs, and doubting your voiceover dreams, now is the best time to start. Audit your local market. Reach out to at least one new business this week. Invest in business coaching or training if you keep hitting the same frustrations. Above all, stop believing the stupid myths. This business is wide open for talent who question the so-called rules and get to work. If this video provided you value, if it helped you, if you think it will help another voice actor or another creative professional, please, by all means, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're listening to us on the audio podcast, give us a follow and write us a review if you're so moved. We appreciate every last expression of your support. Thank you so much. The more we share tips, strategies, and information, the better, stronger industry we'll have for ourselves, the better business we'll have to provide for our families, and the better world in some small way we will all have. Thanks so much, and we'll see you back here again real soon.